Teresa Ewers with New Mexico Entertainment, and we are here with Louis Van Amstel from Dancing with the Stars.
Wow, I love how you pronounce that. That's actually the way it's supposed to be pronounced.
I was practicing this for 2 days, so
wow.
I'm great. I got that.
So
right.
where did you get that? Where did you learn that though?
Actually, I would hear how everybody else was saying it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny when some people say it wrong. Your face kind of twitches.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, so now I learned something.
Yeah. So yes, I practiced that, so I'm glad I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right. Van Amstel.
Well, we're great. We're really happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm guessing this is your first trip to Albuquerque?
No, it's my second one.
Your second one?
I was here half a year ago in summer, and it was gorgeous. Yes.
Oh, at least you got here in the summertime. Great.
My dance fitness program Blast, and I'm sure that's what we're talking about.
Oh
today.
yes, we were going to talk about that.
So I came here for a teacher's training. So we had actually the biggest ever Blast training here of all the trainings ever done worldwide. We had 28 in one training.
Wow.
And normally I have a limit of 20, 25 because I like education, and too many people, you know, if you have too many people, you can't really give that one-on-one and really drive messages home. But then again, it's a business, so hey, gotta think commercially.
Most definitely. And I want to start a little bit back, well, way back, with your history of dance. Where did your love of dance come from?
Oh, it didn't come from love. It came from my grandparents who said, "You are going to learn to dance."
Oh wow!
So it isn't. I didn't really care. It's not that I didn't want to do it, but it was definitely not on my list. But they were ballroom dancers. They were competitors. And they thought that it was time for me to learn how to move.
Wow, and that decision of you learning, I mean, I know you left school to pursue it full time.
Yes, well that was 5.5 years after that. I started because of social etiquette. They thought it was really important. Like I guess here you have cotillion. They wanted me to be able to ask a lady to dance at a party because we would go to many of those parties because of them being dancers. But then 5.5 years later, I really got into the competing thing and I loved winning. And I thought, oh, I like this feeling, I want to do this. So I started really putting my heart and soul into it. And then at about 16, and we have to be at school until 17, 18. So my school director gave me permission, or my parents permission to have me move to England and dance with an international partner. A few years later in '94, when my partner and I became world champion, we had a party in the same town as I grew up, and the school director came to that party and said, "Am I glad that I put my job on the line to give you permission to leave the country," because he could have been fired.
Wow.
But if he would not have given me permission, I wouldn't have been world champion. So I was very thankful for that gentleman.
And it's amazing that you talk. I mean, you love to compete. You love that challenge, because I know with competitive dance, for some, it's a very stressful endeavor. So
it's very stressful. But I must say, I never felt I wanted to win, but I never felt like I wanted to beat someone else. I always had the vision of I just want to get the best out of myself, and if that wins, great. But it's so unfair to say you're going down because I'm going to win. No, that doesn't make you a true winner. It makes you a winner if everybody is bringing their A game, and then you win because you're just focusing on your craft. And to me, I've learned that young. I must say, I had great mentors, and I still have that spirit, and that's why I do my dance fitness program. I want to make sure that everybody gets the best out of themselves, not by tearing someone down, but by just bringing you up.
Speaking of competitive, I mean, Dancing with the Stars came a calling.
Yeah.
And what's it like being on a show like that? What's the dynamic like?
It's definitely very nerve-wracking in the beginning because, especially season 1, no one had ever done it. No one. Not one of the celebrities, not one of the pros. The producing team had never done it in the United States. They'd done it in England, but not in the United States. ABC took a big risk. You know, people were like, oh, they were laughing, like, yeah, right. A dance show based on ballroom dancing, right. And then we did the first episode and we beat all shows. And then we went to the winter time, fall time, and winter. And the rest is history. And now we're the longest running reality TV show that is still over 50 million viewers.
So do you still enjoy doing the show? What would you say is your most challenging part of the show and what's the most rewarding?
For me personally, the most challenging is to stay true to who you are. Because with reality show, you can easily be fooled into saying things that you don't really want to say, or you say them in the heat of the moment, because we have cameras on us every single time. So if you're together for 4 hours and week after week and you have a little fiery moment with your partner, if that camera's on there, it can look like you don't like each other at all. But it's just a heated moment, it's a human moment. So I find it hard to find that balance. It's hard, but at the same time, I've had wonderful women, wonderful celebrity partners in my arms that all have made a lasting impression on me as a person. And they're all, I can say that most of them are very close friends of mine.
That's wonderful. And you are on another one of my favorite shows, So You Could Dance. You got
Yes.
to choreograph. I was excited when I heard that you would be choreographing performances on there. When it comes to that dynamic, how does it differ from Dancing with the Stars?
It's completely different. And the frustrating part there is that it's out of your control. You see those dancers for 4 days, a few hours a day, and then you sit in the audience, and it's out of your control. So, you know, I'm sweating more not dancing than dancing. Because you don't know, oh, will they get it, will they not, will they really have a good time too, will they get the votes that they need to, you know.
Stay in, yeah.
You never want them to be in the bottom two while you have choreographed for them. And if that happens, then, you know, it's reality. And then I've had that I've had both on So You Think You Dance, and it's just nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
The other side that's really different is that you get dancers that want to do it because of their career. So there's quite a lot more, I think there's more pressure on the choreographer's shoulders because you really have that career in your hand. With the celebrities on our show, it's about creating a good time. Can they show their personality so people at home will vote, so they stay in the show longer? With So You Think You Dance, it's serious. It's their careers are on the line.
Do you remember that one number that you choreographed for the show that you saw perform live and you were like, yeah, that's it.
Yes.
That's exactly it.
It was in season 5. It was Asuka with the guy from Haiti. And he had such a difficult time. He couldn't express himself. And I did waltz with him. A very sentimental, spiritual waltz. And I thought, oh my gosh, waltz to a guy that does contemporary.
Yep.
And Asuka that is kind of Japanese, which is kind of that. And a Latin dancer, not a ballroom dancer. So I thought, oh, what am I gonna do? So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go into his story. And we sat down and I said, so what's going on with you? How did you leave Haiti? And all three of us were bawling. We were bawling. It didn't really make it to TV, but I thought now I got him to express. And when they did their waltz, there was not a dry eye in the house. It was so beautiful. And it also made it to the top 10 of most memorable dances that season at the Kodak Theater. So it was just, I was so happy for them to see that both of them were so out of their comfort zone. They had no chemistry, and that was their comments from the previous week. And that within 1 week, their chemistry was the best of the entire week. So
Wonderful.
I thought it was awesome.
So when it comes to choreographing, which I find very interesting, what drives you? What inspires you to create the numbers that you create?
It might sound very unprofessional, but where that shit comes from, sometimes I surprise myself. It really is. Sometimes it's a song, sometimes it's a storyline, and sometimes it is who you choreograph for, that you want to have a backstory. So if it's something that someone is really a jokester, then I'm going more funny. If someone is really, has a hard time expressing, I want to find out what that reason is, and I'll choreograph it around that so they can use that almost therapeutic, that they can use it to turn themselves around. And sometimes it's a word or a color. And, it comes from everywhere. But I think what is the important thing for any aspiring choreographer or anything in life that you want to do, let it come intuitively, because your instinct is stronger than you would ever believe.
I love that.
Because I mean, I always apologize up front. I might sound unprofessional, but everything comes intuitive. And if it comes from the brain, oftentimes I'll make mistakes. When I go intuitively, when people think you are crazy, I was going to say something else, but I didn't. You must be absolute of your rockers. And then when I actually do it and it's successful, then I hear, oh, if one person could do it, it's you. And then I'm like, really? First, they're skeptical. And this is what so many people have, not just with choreography, but with ideas. You have ideas, and then, so sometimes, you know, I don't even express those ideas because they are crazy. Or where they come from. It looks beautiful, but that's not how it started. It started from some weird thought. So, be intuitive, be instinct, have your instinct, live your life.
So, for the reasons you are here in Albuquerque for these lovely 3 days is La Basse. Where did this originate? How did it start?
We started this in 2007 with my partner from season 2, Lisa Reyna. We started with 5 friends, and we just asked those friends, do we have something on our plate or should we just stop? And they all said, no, you got something here. After a while, I bought out Lisa, and because I wanted to make this worldwide. And then after my season with Kelly Osbourne, with her losing 35 pounds and her literally changing her life on TV in 3 months, I thought, this is a recipe that anyone should experience in a lifetime. If you want to learn to dance, but you can't, you think you can't, or you have 2 left feet, well, if you can get out of your head and give up control, you can do this. But I've created a journey, so multiple levels with La Blast. So you start off maybe as a self-proclaimed title, klutz, but then when you finally convince yourself that I can do this, then you have a whole journey of years to come that you can become better and better and do more and more and more. I have a lot of housewives that have been doing this for 5-6 years now, and they're doing level 5. And when my pros come into class, they come in, oh, look at those ladies, how cute. And then halfway through, they're dead. And my housewives are like, yeah, I love that. I love that.
Oh, yeah. Good. So it is a challenging program in a sense that, I mean, anybody can do it, but it's gonna keep raising that level. It won't keep you staying.
I wanted La Blast to be as challenging as you want it to be. So if you tell me you want it to be, then we're gonna crank up the BPM, we're gonna get faster songs, and we're gonna make it a little more complicated, but only if you want to. That's why I wanted it to be, I think it's good customer service too. You pay, so you choose how you want to do it. But at the same time, La Blast can be done in a very social way, where people do it at Friday night parties, at dance studios, or at community centers, where they just do it in their cocktail dress, high heels, but you do it more with a different goal in mind. But yes, if you come Monday morning, 8:45 here, the Presbyterian, yes, we're gonna kick ass. But if you come tonight at 7 o'clock and we go clubbing, then we can do it in a complete different way. But that's a warm up for something else. La Blast is for anyone and for any opportunity. But for me, the bigger goal is with La Blast is to fight obesity and really help make people happier. And I know I sound like I'm at a beauty pageant, but that's my overall goal. And as long as I'm true to that goal, then I think I work on my bank of karma. So
I think that's a wonderful goal.
Thank you.
So when it comes to the future, what are we looking at for future projects?
Well, for me, La Blast is my life right now. I just came back from Vegas to present it there, and now I'm here for 2 days doing 8 master classes to make sure that the public knows about La Blast. And also we're in season with Dance with the Stars, and so many fans are here in Albuquerque. So we have 8 classes. Then a day and a half from now, I'm flying to Holland to present La Blast in Holland. Then I come back to New York to present it in Long Island. Then I go to Canada to sell the DVDs, the La Blast DVDs on the shopping channel there. And then I go to Puerto Vallarta for 4 days. Yeah, no, this is my life right now. I do have a clothing line come out, LVA, and we're working with Sears right now, and that's also, it's one way, it's transitional wear. I wanted people to not only work on their dancing inside and out, but I want to have something outside in. So you feel pretty on the outside going to work out. And I want to focus also on the XXL and the XL, because I feel people that are in need of help on the outside, they can shop. So they wear their triple XL from their husband's t-shirts because they can go shopping. And to me, that's gotta change. And it's we're convincing big retail stores to make that change with us.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so those are my two projects. I don't even have time for Dancing with the Stars right now.
Yep. So what do you want your legacy to be?
I just want everybody to be happier in their own skin and that they can be who they want to be and that we appreciate each other's differences rather than say, you're not good, you're not my color, so therefore, or you're not my size, so therefore, or you're not my religion. Live and let live and enjoy this planet because there's enough room for everybody. And we can build higher skyscrapers if we need to, or we can, you know, we can build it together. So if when I die and people know me for being part of that group to help that may happen, then if that's my legacy, then I'm a happy guy.
And that's a good way to end it. Thank you, Louis, for meeting
Thank
with
you
us
for
today.
having me.
And this is Teresa Ewers with New Mexico Entertainment. See ya.
Let's dance. Let's go blast.